Hey guys! In this video, we will learn everything about the East Asian country China. All information in this video is collected from facts.net. So, let's start. Number 1. China is the third largest country in the world. Located in East Asia, China covers approximately 3,700,000 square miles, or 9,600,000 square kilometers. This makes China the third largest country in the world by area. Number 2. China has the biggest population of any country in the world at 1,437,601,274 people and counting. Number 3. Chopsticks were initially created for cooking, not as an eating utensil. In ancient China, chopsticks were invented and used for cooking. Because of their length, they were perfect for reaching into pots of hot water or oil. Number 4. China owns all of the pandas in the world. The Chinese government owns all the pandas you see in zoos. China loans them for $1 million a year. Number 5. The Chinese flag represents the country's unity. The Chinese flag is pretty straightforward. It's a solid red with one large star and four smaller stars beside it in a semicircle. The red in the flag symbolizes revolution, while the red and yellow represent fire and earth, respectively. The stars represent the unity of the people and the leadership of the Communist Party of China. The big star is the symbol for the communist government and the four small stars stand for the peasants, workers, middle-class citizens, and soldiers. Number 6. The Silk Road is a historic network of trade routes between China, Central Asia, India, and the Levant. The Han Dynasty established this road in 1453 CE. The German geographer Ferdinand von Richthofen named it the Silk Road for the booming trade of Chinese silk in the year 1877. Number 7. China holds the most out of all the tallest statues in the world. Out of the 130 largest statues in the world, China has the most at 35 statues. This is followed by India at 25 statues. It's no surprise that a chunk of these 130 statues depict Buddha, who originated from India and with Buddhism as one of the main religions in China. The Spring Temple Buddha in the Lushan County of Henan, China stands at 420 feet, or 128 meters, and is the second largest statue in the whole world. Number 8. China produces the most gold out of any country in the world. China is currently the world's largest producer of gold, rearing 404 tons of gold in production while holding 2,000 tons of gold reserves. Number 9. The first artificially reproduced human tooth was created in China. In 2013, the first artificially reproduced human tooth was created in China. The scientists were able to create the tooth using stem cells extracted from human urine. Number 10. The Great Wall of China was built with rice. The Great Wall of China originally acted as a barrier to protect the country from nomadic groups and invaders. The Great Wall also regulated trade along the Silk Road, and served as a means to monitor immigration. The great structure stands at 25 to 46 feet, or 8 to 14 meters, and stretches at a length of 21.19618 million meters. However, most people don't know that the bricks were held together by a mixture of sticky rice flour and slaked lime for the Ming Dynasty section of the wall. Number 11. Ancient China used water wheels. The ancient Chinese civilization used water energy for powering machines. These water wheels were also the first known source of power before electricity. Number 12. The construction of the Great Wall of China started as early as 7 BC. This massive wall wasn't built overnight. It took 6 dynasties and almost 20 years to finish building the Great Wall of China. However, the walls built in the Ming Dynasty are the most well-known portions of the wall. Number 13. The Chinese invented paper currency. During the Tang Dynasty that ruled between 618 and 907 AD, China invented paper money. There used to be a warning written right on the bills that all counterfeiters would be decapitated. Number 14. The ancient Chinese government was ruled by dynasties. Throughout ancient China, various dynasties fought for control over the country until the first emperor Qin Shi Huang united them in 221 BC. Number 15. Commoners were not allowed in the Forbidden City during the dynasty era. The Forbidden City is a palace complex in central Beijing that houses the Palace Museum. It was home to 24 emperors, 14 from the Ming Dynasty and 10 from the Qing Dynasty. The Forbidden City prohibited any commoner to enter without authorization during the dynasty era. Above all, the city was only for the imperial families and high officials. Number 16. 70% of cell phones are manufactured in China. In December 2019, 175.29 million cell phones were produced in China. Huawei, Oppo, Vivo, and Realme are all Chinese phone companies that dominate the mobile phone market. Number 17. Huizhou Ancient City is China's cultural center. The Huizhou Ancient Town is a famous historical and cultural city in southern Anhui Province with over 2,000 years of history. The area was also known for manufacturing writing utensils. The city also became popular in the late Ming Dynasty for publishing texts on a wide range of topics, including genealogy, classical literature, and illustrated novels and dramas. Number 18. Dynasties were monarchies. The term dynasty simply means the continuation of the same family's successors or heirs. Thus, historical periods in China have names of the family or clan that ruled during that time, beginning with the Bronze Age Shang dynasty. For instance, some dynasties have lasted for centuries like the Ming dynasty. Number 19. Little is known about the first Chinese dynasty. Although scholars consider it the first known dynasty in China, the Xia dynasty has no surviving records. However, it is believed that the legendary Yu the Great founded the Xia dynasty. Number 20. Scholars believe that the Shang dynasty could be the true first dynasty. The Shang dynasty ruled from 1699 to 1064 BC during the Bronze Age of China. People of the Shang dynasty used calendars and had knowledge of astronomy and math that was ahead of their time. Number 21. The Zhou dynasty 1046 to 256 BC, was the longest reigning dynasty. After defeating the Shang dynasty in the Battle of Muya, the Zhou dynasty became the longest reigning dynasty in Chinese history, ruling the country for about 800 years. The Zhou dynasty engineered one of the earliest forms of irrigation. Among the Zhou dynasty's greatest highlights is in hydraulic engineering. Its focus on irrigation and water control projects helped increase crop production for their era. Number 22. The Qin dynasty connected the Great Wall. The Qin dynasty's greatest legacy was connecting the previously segmented sections of the Great Wall with one another. Number 23. The longest noodle in the world was made in China. Although food connoisseurs still debate whether pasta originated from China or Europe, the former still holds the world record for the longest noodle in the world. The noodle measures 10,119 feet 1.92 inches, or about 3 kilometers. It was created by Shangyan Food Co., Limited in Nanyang, China, on October 28, 2017. Number 24. The Han dynasty was the first to appoint leaders based on merit rather than birthright. Reigning from 206 BC to 220 AD, the Han dynasty was the first to appoint officials based on skills rather than blood. Thus, the Han dynasty made way for the establishment of Confucianism. Just as the Han dynasty entered a period of political turmoil, epidemics and viruses began to weaken the Han dynasty. As a result, many of the officials lost control and the ability to command the people, which caused major problems throughout the dynasty. Number 25. Time travel is banned in China. The Chinese government bans any movie with aspects of time travel. For the Chinese government, altering historical events are a dangerous element of fiction. Number 26. The Grand Canal was built during the Sui dynasty. The Sui dynasty has united China again under a single leadership. Moreover, the Great Wall was also expanded and the Grand Canal, which is the longest and oldest artificial river in the world, was constructed under its dynasty. They also built storehouses for the threshed grain that provided China a stable source of affordable food during famine years. Above all, the economy was generally stable during their era. The failed military campaigns against Goguryeo caused the fall of the Sui dynasty. In particular, the Goguryeo-Sui War was a series of attacks by the Sui dynasty versus Goguryeo, Korea. These losses have ruined the country. Number 27. China's Golden Age occurred between the Song and Tang dynasties. China's Golden Age was an era of prosperity, peace, and development between the Song and Tang dynasties. China underwent vast growth in terms of music, literature, and engineering during this period. The Tang dynasty fell in 907, when Zhu Wen overthrew Emperor Ai and took the throne for himself. Number 28. The Song dynasty led China in scientific and technological advancements. Ruling from 960 to 1279, the The Song dynasty led China to innovations such as gunpowder and the compass. China became the world leader in science and technology during this time and improved the agriculture sector. The economy became stable and multiple job opportunities opened for the people through the handicraft industry. Despite all its advancements, Song dynasty grew weaker and weaker due to political corruption. This dynasty fell when it joined forces with the Mongols to face their enemies, the Jins. However, the leader of the Mongols, Kublai Khan, turned on them, conquered all of China and began the Yuan dynasty. Number 29. The Yuan dynasty fostered international trade. From 1279 to 1368, the Yuan dynasty's vast size resulted in a more widespread foreign trade. Specifically, the officials created a Chinese-style administration that featured centralized bureaucracy, rationalized taxation system and political subdivisions. In 1367, Zhu Yanzhong launched a devastating attack on the Yuan dynasty. Unlike the early dynasty leaders of China, the Mongols were never totally Sinicized or influenced by Chinese culture. This ultimately became a factor in the downfall of the Yuan dynasty and the start of the Ming dynasty. Above all, they continued to maintain their isolation from the indigenous population and used foreigners to run the government bureaucracy. Number 30. The Ming dynasty finished the construction of the Great Wall. The Ming dynasty ruled from 1368 to 1644. During this time, China was the largest economy in the world with more literate people than any other country. Many construction projects were undertaken, including the completion of the Great Wall of China and building the Forbidden City. This dynasty became one of the most stable of all Chinese dynasties, but also one of the most autocratic, which is a system of government in which a single person possesses absolute power. The Ming dynasty fell due to rebels. Beijing, China fell to a rebel army led by Li Zicheng, a former minor Ming officer who became the leader of the peasant revolt in 1644. The revolt successfully ended the Ming dynasty and signaled the start of the Shun dynasty. Number 31. The Qing dynasty is the last dynasty of China. The Qing dynasty was founded in 1636 and governed China from 1644 to 1912. The Qing dynasty era progressed in many fields, including art, literature, and printing. This is also the era when the Chinese grew its population massively. However, the Qing dynasty was the last imperial dynasty ever established in China. Number 32. The Republic of China was established in 1912. The early years of the Republic of China saw an unstable economy because of regional warlord groups. However, China eventually embraced Western influence after the end of the dynasties. Number 33. The People's Republic of China is the present government. Chairman Mao Zedong and the Communist Party of China led the Chinese Communist Revolution, which resulted in the proclamation of the People's Republic of China as a communist nation on October 1, 1949. Number 34. China broke a record at the national banner introduction. China broke the world record for the world's largest public gathering at the introduction of the national banner of China at Tiananmen Square. Number 35. Now, let's look at some emperors of China. Emperors ruled China for over 2,000 years. The first emperor was Qin Shi Huang, who claimed the title in 221 BC and united China under one rule. The last emperor was Henry Puyi of the Qing dynasty. Number 36. Qin Shi Huang was the Qin dynasty's leader. For the first time in 221 BC, he started several economic and political reforms and created the plan of the Great Wall of China. In his death, the emperor had a terracotta army built for his final resting place. It was basically a bunch of stone statues surrounding his tomb to protect the emperor in the afterlife. Farmers discovered the terracotta army in 1974. The farmers had been digging a water well 1.5 kilometers, or 4,921 feet, east of the emperor's mound at Mount Li. When archaeologists investigated the area, they discovered the army of stone men. Number 37. Emperor Gaozu of the Han Dynasty started as a peasant. Emperor Gaozu began his life as a peasant and later joined a revolt that overthrew the Qin dynasty. He rose as the leader and established the Han Dynasty. He reduced common people's taxes and made Confucianism an integral part of the Chinese government. Number 38. Emperor Wu of the Han Dynasty expanded the boundaries of China. For 57 years, Emperor Wu governed China. He greatly expanded the boundaries of China during his time through several military campaigns. He also set up a strong central government and fostered the arts, including poetry and music. Number 39. Emperor Taizong led China to its golden age of peace and prosperity. Emperor Taizong assisted his father to establish the Tang dynasty. When he became an emperor, he immediately made several changes to the economy and government that ushered China into a golden age of peace and prosperity. His succeeding emperors regarded his reign as one of the greatest in Chinese history. This video is getting a little bit long. It's not possible to learn everything about China in one video. I will upload part 2 tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe my channel. Also press the notification bell to never miss a new video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.